They don't have borders in Europe. But when it comes to us, they say, no, you must have borders. Why? The division of of Africa is what makes them thrive. They thrive on the division of the African continent. Can you imagine the minerals of DRC combined with the minerals of South Africa and with a new currency based on the minerals? What we can do to the dollar if we become a United States of Africa with our minerals alone? We can collapse the dollar. We can collapse the strong pound that is based on gold, yet they don't have a gold mine. So why do you allow such things? There were no borders, and we must all of us unite in that call. Yeah. Free movements of persons, free movements of goods will make this country flourish.
This is just why South Africans do not like Julius Malema. You see this thing he said, free movement. They don't like it. Now, you know one thing I've noticed about some South Africans? The moment somebody tells them something, they stereotype it, they fly with it. They don't even think about second opinion. In fact, they don't even ask questions for clarity. All they know is to drag that person, disrespect the person. If you have somebody who thinks like Julius Malema in your country, that person should be protected. That person should be honored. That kind of person, because what Julius Malema is fighting for is for the good of Africa. They are not saying, I know that for people who have suffered apartheid, whenever they see anybody comes that looks like it's too comfortable around them, they begin to cry, they begin to wail. I understand, it's okay. And your concerns are valid. But always sit down, look inwards, and understand what this person is trying to push. Now, Julius Malema has always pushed this narrative that they cannot allow the whites to take over Africa. Okay, how can the UK pound be going up from gold that they don't produce and they don't have a gold mine? So he's just saying different things. The dollar would come down, and this is something that the American president elect, that's Donald Trump, had mentioned that they should not try using creating another note or another in foreign trading currency that will beat the dollar. They should not try it, because the BRICS came together and thought that it would be wise for them to make dollar to come down, so that dollar will not be controlling economies. Because the truth is, the more dollar controls different economies in Nigeria, or let's say different economies in the continent Africa, it's going to really, really affect us somehow. We are not saying they should, scrap dollar totally, but it's going to make them not to be lords over us. That they should not lord things over us. Because before now, anything those people said stands. And this is why the Burkina Faso president said they don't want to have lawyers week, judges week, as the one they use in the UK or in America. But they want to do the traditional weeks where they will make them in Africa by Africans and use it. And he has said that, the Burkina Faso president had said and held the same opinion of this same Julius Malema that you South Africans are, hating. I used to say that Julius Malema is like a Peter Obi in Nigeria. Okay, let us play a clip of Peter Obi and hear what Peter Obi will say. You will know that this Peter Obi and Julius Malema think alike. Just take a listen.
I was doing business in the UK. At the end of the year, my local government will write me a letter of thank you for employing 5 people. When I started employing up to 20, 30 people, I was getting a letter from the Prime Minister. In Nigeria, the only meeting young person have with local government is tax. You can't do that. There's no support system. There's no aid system. So you must dismantle it. We must change our fiscal and monetary policies to target the young ones. The purpose of government is to care for the poor and the young people. Anything short of that, you're wasting everybody's time, because you must build the future. They are the future. You must invest in them.
So you can see that Peter Obi talks about the youth. So he's talking about the youth, that if they can empower the youth, they are the future. Because if you're not thinking about the future, the truth is, even if you make your child governor, you are the president, you make your child governor, you are not, that your child is no longer the youth. Yes, he's no longer the youth, because you have been empowered, and that your son can never be poor ever again. So who is that other person who has gone to school more experienced than your son in leadership? When is that one going to be a leader? When you keep packing your own children to make them leaders while you are already a sitting president. I'm just saying, for example, I'm not mentioning names. So this is exactly what Julius Malema is saying, that let they make Africa to be free so that the Africans can harness their natural resources by themselves, other than allowing the Western world to keep taking from us, and then they'll turn back and call us poor. That is even the one that ings me. They'll call us poor, yet they on their own are not even rich. If you cut off our natural resources from them, they are done. They are done for life. And they know this thing. Because the one that makes me so sad is the one this African woman who is a Pan-African said, that we African countries, we take our monies to France. France will now put it in their bank, use it to trade. Then when we need money, France will now give us the same our money as a loan. We will not be paying so much interest on it. See, each time I remember this thing, it makes me feel like crying. Especially for those of us who are patriotic citizens, patriotic, Africans, patriotic Nigerians. This kind of stories make us sick. It is really unfortunate. And then people like South Africans have someone like Julius Malema, and they open their mouth and be talking anyhow. You have a man that is very sound, very intelligent, very articulate, and you're doing cha-cha-cha. Do you even reason? Do you think? Oh no. It's well.
We have launched several initiatives, both in the agricultural sector and in the fields of education, health, and community development. And through these initiatives for education, we want to build our schools, our grandes écoles here, to train our elites so that they can serve Burkina Faso. That is why I would urge you to go all out so that we can establish these elite schools, so that these talented individuals do not end up going abroad. Because for a long time, imperialists have always drawn talent from here through scholarships. Once they are home, they do not return to the country. I do not want these brains that are here to end up abroad and not serve our country. Make sure that these initiatives succeed and that we can establish the polytechnic and technological universities we need so that these children can express all their talents and work for the benefit of our homeland.
Right now, Burkina Faso is a country that everybody is envying. In fact, right now, they are the only country that have leaders. I'll put it like that. Did you see what this man said? He said, build school for elites. He said he doesn't want these children to grow up going abroad because they use the tricks of come and study abroad for free, which through scholarship, to drag the bright brains and take them outside the country, and they will stay there and not come back again. So they are now losing human resources while those people are taking them out. That they want to build these schools so that their elites will stay school and remain and do great for the country, other than being taken away by the white, who would go there and train them and tell them, come and do master's degree, come and do PhD. At the end of the day, they are taking care of their own at the expense of his own country, Burkina Faso. So they are not going to do that again. This man makes me so happy. Sometimes, being that he's a very young guy, somebody who is still in his 30s. And this is why I feel that if Nigeria should be given to somebody who is very, very articulate also, the person is going to try. Because you guys know me, I talk good about my country, I talk good about Nigerians, but you see government, I will hold them accountable because they promise to do good. They promise to do that. They promise to do this. So they must do exactly what they have promised to do. It's not enough coming out to say, it's my turn to be president. If it's your turn to be president, you should be able to know how to navigate being president. You should be able to know the water so that when you are swimming, you will not drown. Yes, because I feel that before you even think of removing fuel subsidy, forget about when people, deliver their manifesto. They talk about how they want to remove fuel subsidy. But sir, the thing is, everybody has a blueprint. They talked about removing fuel subsidy because he said even Peter Obi talked about removing subsidy. But did you act how? It's not just about saying it, but the how is a problem, because you should be able to put down modalities, ways in which this effect can be cushioned. But you didn't put down anything to cushion the effect. You just remove the subsidy. And fuel in Nigeria, a country that produces fuel, will now sell fuel at 1,500. That is the highest. This is the same you as our president. I know I'm not making this about our president. This is the same our president Tinubu, who saw that they were to add 7 naira or thereabout to sell for at 87 naira. He he was protesting. In fact, there was a time where it was 40 something naira. They were protesting. This same our president,